I'm getting Jamie to show his gardening books that he made. So if you're into gardening, you're going to love this. But he taught a gardening course and he made these books about, well, he's going to tell you about them because I never really looked inside of them much. So he's going to tell you about them. First of all, we have to give a disclaimer. His finger there, he has, what is it, a joint?
My rheumatoid.
His mother had the joints bulging out.
And I was peeling carrots in the kitchen,
And now it's yellow.
and I did a little cleaning on the aquarium and got my bandage wet.
But it hurts when he bends it, so he got a popsicle stick and cut it to the right length.
I made a splint, but
then he taped it up so it won't bend so it doesn't hurt him.
so this yellow one here is carrot juice.
Yeah.
But we'll change the bandage tonight. Anyway.
No, we won't. You will. But anyway, so excuse his finger, but he's battling. Is that the only one you have?
No, it's this only one joint that hurts.
I don't have those, but his mother had it. He thinks he inherited it from her.
And then when my bandage got wet, it made it start trying to come undone.
Well, okay, all right. So don't just, we
Anyway.
can put gloves on you.
Anyway.
Okay, your first book. Let's see. Edible
Just a minute.
Landscaping.
I have a wholesale nursery license, or a retail nursery license with the state of Wyoming.
He has to pay a
And,
fee every year to
I
have it.
pay a fee to the state every year for it, but the name of my nursery company was Northern Edible Landscaping.
Because he thinks that when you landscape, you should plant fruit trees,
You should plant trees that you can,
eat.
stuff you can eat instead of,
He thinks
All
every business and everybody should just plant trees that you can eat stuff off of.
and since we live in a northern climate, there's almost nobody out there that tailors to the northern cold climate.
Because
for
what
growing.
zone? Tell him what zone. We are zone.
Well, we were in the top part of zone 3, and now they've moved us into zone 4.
Really?
They changed everybody a zone higher because of global warming.
Oh, good. We're glad about it, though.
And I do think we have gone up to zone 4. We probably even went past 4A, and we're probably just,
But people
Lane
think
4.
it's a horrible thing, but we here love that we're zone 4.
we can finally grow stuff that we never could when I was a kid.
But Jamie can grow things that other people can't grow, and they all go, you can't grow corn in Star Valley.
Well, I have to keep teaching people how to do it.
So anyway, okay, open your book and show 'em.
Anyway, when I was teaching the gardening classes, I always recommended that everybody keep a journal to keep track of what plants you plant and the
a
different
map.
things,
He has a map of his orchard.
and keep maps and all that kind of stuff. And so this is my own private gardening journal. I couldn't find a cutout that had northern edible landscape, so I just had edible
Why
land.
didn't you write northern there?
Well, it's okay.
All right. And
And
here's
so
his
this-
business card is there.
So in here I've got like photos.
Here, let's go close up on these photos.
This is my business license right here.
There's his orchard. This was before his heart attack. And these are his raspberries.
And then this is my business card.
And there's his business
My
card.
business card.
He had.
And
And
here's one of the maps that was made.
Oh, are you going to open it up and show it? It's 2 acres.
No, I have several maps. I have a map of this house. I think this is the map of this house. This is the map of the orchard up there.
And you have it all labeled where what trees, what?
And then this is my business.
Oh, yeah.
My business licenses.
You're supposed to frame it.
Anyway, we mostly put.
Oh, wait, let me show. See, now here's pictures of...
Here, I need to.
Oh, you're doing horrible. Look at that. Oh, you're losing
I
everything.
know it's all falling out of here.
Oh, honey, you're going to have to redo that now.
I'll put it away later.
Yes, you will.
And then here's in our sunroom out here, the one year we grew avocados, showing
Here's
picture of I'm probably the only person in Wyoming that's growing an avocado in Wyoming.
And he got himself in the newspaper.
And
But wait, you missed something here in the front, didn't you?
well, there's
I wanted to show the house here. See, here's the hillside, the flowers.
some of the
And
flowers.
then he planted all the purple and blue flowers.
Your picture turned out purple there too. It's not-
No, it was all Delphin. What are those called?
And these
Dane's rockets. What are those plants?
those are the elderberries. This is what our hillsides look like with the flowers growing on them.
And we'll show you when it happens.
And my avocados.
He's so proud. His
And-
show and tell book.
A lot of this stuff is up at the orchard.
His raspberries.
And then mostly,
Wait, you got this. Oh, I want to show this picture. Here's the picture looking down at the orchard.
so that's when the
trees.
plants were all small.
This is when he started it, and see, he has the pathways, and he has the electronic sprinklers.
Well, and then every time we planted a type of apple or anything, we'd put cutouts.
When he says "we," that means the royal
Me.
we. It's him.
It's
He did it.
me, myself, and I.
And the royal we.
Whatever. So all of these fruits, all the stuff that's in here is stuff that
Except
I
his
planted. up there.
blueberries died. You don't have
I
blueberries.
replanted them, and I think
Okay.
I still have some. Then we have these.
Cherry trees
We have anything that's in this book is stuff that we have
in his orchard.
up there in the orchard. We have white grapes and black grapes and red grapes.
Lingonberry.
Oh yeah, we have lingonberries too. And then these are the elderberries. So anyway, this journal, and then see I've got tabs here.
Vegetables.
So this would be the
Fruits.
fruits and stuff, and then this section of the journal will be on all of the
Vegetables.
different types of vegetables that we planted. And then I even grow some herbs. I always call them herbs instead of herbs. And
What school did you go to?
then I also put charts and stuff in here for different
Information.
information stuff. So anyway, this is just my personal journal.
Okay.
So then when I did the gardening classes, the whole reason to doing the orchard up there was to do a big research project. And so then this book, I think, is my book on vegetable gardening.
Where'd you get this nice garden book? That was lucky to find that.
I don't know, somebody scribbled on it.
It wasn't me.
And we have birdhouses and all kinds of stuff up there. I don't know why I put copies of
Look, he
these.
has all the hummingbirds. We love hummingbirds.
I put these
He saved stuff.
journals that are in there. But anyway, it's all alphabetical. It starts at
Marjoram.
it starts at A with asparaguses,
We have a ton of asparagus we get.
and then it'll go through to B's. So all of the vegetables all the information about them goes through until you get to the end.
Oh,
So anyway,
wow.
this book is the vegetable
All right.
journal that I made. And
Okay.
then this book is all the shrubbery and the trees. Wait,
Are they edible?
yeah. I think to be in this book, it has to grow 10 feet higher, 8 feet higher, something like that. I can't remember.
To be in this book? Oh, okay.
And then this book is kind of just lists everything.
Genealogy of trees.
Some of this stuff's supposed to have been put in the pages, but every time these are all the lists of all the apple cultivars.
You should get those pages that you slip the pages in instead of this kind.
And see, this is supposed to be replacing these. But anyway, what we do is we just list all of the types of apples that'll grow here. If they won't grow here in zone 4, then they don't get to go in the book.
All right, that's the rule.
And then this is the new list of the apples. And then I probably got Oh,
Pictures of the apples.
then I do the apples.
We need to take this to the grocery store with us so we can find out what kind of apples they're selling.
And then we have apricots. See, everything's alphabetical all the way through.
Apple, apricot, yeah.
And then eventually you get over to Chinese haws there.
Did you have fun making these books?
Anyway. And
Was it
then
enjoyable?
I put a lot of work into making these books
Why are you shaking like that?
because I'm getting real shaky.
Honey,
I don't know.
try to
Anyway.
be still.
Anyway, so this book's actually the biggest because I've got a lot of stuff in that book.
Information.
And then we have a book on things like bushes and anything below 8 feet tall, like your raspberries and all. And so this book contains all of your small bushes, and it'd have currants and raspberries and all kinds of things.
Grapes.
Grapes. I have a lot of grapes.
He makes Concord grape juice. Don't you? Is that
I'm
Concord?
about the only one here in Star Valley that can grow. And I do have some blackberries, but it's only a few types that'll grow here.
We go to Oregon to pick our blackberries.
And then I did a research thing on huckleberries, and I listed all of their scientific names and all the different huckleberry species.
We'll never remember their names,
And
scientific
this is a
names.
list of all the blueberry colivers
Oh, wow.
that grow here. And then I've got,
This
my-
is a college course.
I know I could teach college lessons on all this stuff. Blueberries. Anyway, then let's get over to cranberries.
Those are
And
currants.
Then we get into currants. It's all
Goose-
alphabetical.
Gooseberries.
It'll just keep going higher.
Grapes.
And grapes. Well, that's why they're by the gooseberries, because that's alphabetical.
Yeah, I knew that.
And then huckleberries. Let's see, yeah. And then there's one group of huckleberries that are actually blueberries that we call huckleberries.
Oh, somebody
and
good.
then there's another group, the true huckleberries. These are all in the family Galusica.
How do you remember that name?
Well, the Michigan huckleberries, Galusica bacida. Because, like you said, I'm like a walking encyclopedia.
I know. I can remember those names. I don't care. Just raspberries.
Okay, now we're getting into the
Raspberry
raspberry stuff.
There's thorned raspberries and thornless raspberries. And what kind do we have here?
We have the thornless Canby, and we have Latham.
You want thornless. So,
My mother, I'm starting a group of Latham raspberries.
and then
and then we
strawberries.
And then in our strawberries, we tried probably 15 different kinds of strawberries, and we're down to about 3 kinds that grow good here. And
And then,
about 5 or 6 years, no, maybe it was more than that, maybe 7 or 8 years ago, I actually measured the strawberries as I picked them, and we picked 87 gallons, I think, that year. I don't pick them now. I let the birds. Well, the birds can't even eat all that many.
no, well, you plowed some up because it was too much. You had a heart attack up there picking them.
Well, and then we have the high bush cranberries, and I don't know. It looks like we're to the end here. These are.
So are you glad you did this? I never see you looking at these books anymore.
Things like high bush cranberries, and there's a whole bunch of berries, raisin berries and stuff that are in the class. They're in the family of viburnum.
How wonderful. So, what, are you going to publish these books?
No, these are my own private research.
All right.
See, when I do research, I don't do anything halfway.
When you sell the ranch, is the who buys the ranch supposed to have these?
Whoever gets all my gardening stuff. Then I have a whole pile of regular gardening books and stuff up here too.
Yeah.
But these are all my own private ones.
That's lovely.
These are the kind of the resource manuals here. And then my own personal things, what I actually are growing.
All right.
And I got to go back and put these things back in.
So is this your main interest in life, gardening? When I married him, I didn't know he was a farmer, a gardener, or anything. I didn't know you liked this kind of stuff.
No, I only researched this because I was preparing to teach a gardening class.
I know, but when I married you, you didn't have a garden.
Well, it doesn't mean I don't learn about gardening.
How come you didn't have a garden when I married you? I didn't know you liked growing stuff. You deceived
Well,
me.
when I married you, I was busy doing masonry work and building houses, and
You didn't have time?
didn't have time to do all this.
Okay. So it's your retirement job then that you started this?
No, this project's about over.
It's about over. Why?
I'm
Because he
getting.
can't breathe.
I've already researched everything, so I already know it all.
Okay, but what about your garden up there though?
I'm just showing these to prove that I did research it.
I know you did. You didn't know it all. Okay. So he remembers things. I don't remember anything. Don't even tell me because I will never remember it.
Like all the scientific names and all that kind of stuff.
Huh.
I can tell you most of them.
No, we don't want to hear it. Okay. So I'm publishing this just for the garden lovers who love to know about it. And
Well, maybe in the next video we could go up and I could show all the different garden books, some of them that are good to have.
yeah, we'll do that after our vacation though. Because you make a mess. Look at this mess you made now. You got to clean up.
Actually, this one time I applied for a gardening job at a place, and this was my resume.
Yeah, they didn't hire him though.
Well,
They probably thought he's going to tell us what to do. Too
look,
much.
look how pretty the flowers are right here.
Oh, see, this is our front walkway.
These are the flower beds.
It's glaring in the front of our house.
And then in the summer we have it set so that we have red tulips come out, and we'll have blue flowers, and then it turns purple, and we have all of these purple flowers that come out in the midsummer.
And all of the tulips in the front here.
And there's what our pond looks like.
Yeah, it's too glary from the big windows.
Oh,
And the
the-
sunroom, the big avocado. We had to chop that tree down though. Okay.
Anyway, I have trouble keeping up to date on all this stuff, but
I think you've done real well, dear. Are you keeping your license, gardening license?
well, I thought I had a folder here to put them in, but I don't see it.
You didn't answer my question. Are you keeping them up?
Yeah, they're here.
They're current. You're having one this year.
Well,
and
I
then
re-
he sells trees to people in town that they want trees that grow here in this valley, so he could buy them wholesale.
Well, I've kind of got out of that because I tried to just give it to them at cost, because I'm trying to promote getting people to grow edible stuff in the valley.
I call him Jamie Appleseed. He takes every seed out of everything we eat and saves them, and then goes up to the ranch. And what do you do with them?
No, it's mostly the avocado seeds and everything.
No. You
Yeah.
you're saving the apple seeds. I've seen you save all these seeds, and then he goes and throws them up at the ranch in certain
all the-
places.
All the cherry pits and all that kind of stuff, we spread them around up the ranch. Hopefully that some of them will.
We don't. He does it.
I go around on the four-wheeler and spread them, hoping that some of them might take.
So we call him Jamie Appleseed, and he has hope that when everything comes crashing down, there'll be food still for somebody. His posterity, somebody will need it and eat it. But the cows, if their cows are up there, they trample everything. So
Well,
he
the-
put a fence around a certain place. Didn't you
We
plant
have
some trees? and
We
you
have
put-
the elk and deer fenced out of some of the areas so they can. Otherwise, they would just destroy anything that's new like this.
Yeah, when we show you the orchard, we'll show you the fence he built so that the elk,
Well, we can't let rabbits and stuff get in
even
either.
little critters, Because they eat the bark off the trees and kill everything. Right?
Yeah, when I first planted my apple trees, they did pretty good the first couple of years, and I never had any problem with the rabbits. I didn't have them fenced out. And then about the third or fourth year, I went up there, and the snow had gotten crusty. And this was like in the end of March, and you could walk on the crust and walk. And I went up there, and the rabbits had got in there and chewed all the apple trees off at the top of the snow. They were all on top of the snow, and everything from there above was dead. And then the apple trees regrow from, in other words, they were only 2 foot left, and they regrew from that bottom part. But
Are they okay now?
well, I had to get rid of a couple of them, and replace them. But anyway, I've basically got to the point where I don't want to experiment anymore. And
He had how many potatoes? You bought how many kinds of potatoes and experimented growing potatoes?
I think we tried about 15 different kinds. And we found only the early and the very early mid potatoes would have time to develop here.
And then you planted a whole bunch of kinds of carrots.
And then I found some really good early potatoes. Yeah, we did a carrot experiment. We did a strawberry experiment. We did a potato experiment. We just experimented on all of them.
And
The last 3 years, I've been trying to do a stupid bean experiment, but
And I helped him plant them all, and then the hailstorm came and trampled, killed
I
them
know
all.
my bean experiment never did get. Each year, something's happened to screw it up.
Or we'll get a snow in July or something. Okay, are you done now?
Yeah. Anyway, that's my gardening research that I did.
By Jamie Burton.